Hey everyone, Ryan here from Next Level Property Investing. So I'm just going to show you around one of my HMO projects that we've got on the go, and then I'm going to come into the figures and show you exactly how BRR works on projects like this. And whether it's a large project or a small project, BRR does work. So let's take a look around. I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. We're a bit halfway through the refurb here. We've done the rip out stage, and we're ready for first fix of electrics has been done already, and we're ready for the sort of install. So I'll quickly show you around, and then we'll take a look at the numbers, and I'll show you exactly how BRR works on this strategy, which was a cash purchase initially, and I'll also show you how it works on a bridging loan as well. So 5-bed HMO here, and as you can see, we've it's a pretty decent rip out. So there was a wall here, which then led into the kitchen. So what we're going to do here, you can see that's the old kitchen there. We're actually going to turn that into a bedroom, and by moving this wall out, we're going to build a sort of stud wall here, which will run down here and create this bedroom here, and then this will be the fire escape, obviously still out the back door. Pretty standard in sort of Tyneside houses is bathrooms through the kitchens. As you can see here, there was a bathroom in there. We're going to keep that. We'll create a stud wall in here, create a nice L-shaped bathroom in there, shower in the corner, and get that all modernised. This will become a bedroom here, and just by taking this wall out, it's like really opened up this whole passageway of the house. This used to be quite dark, and that was a good thing that we did, and I'm really glad we have done that. It's going to be good. That I'm really pleased with how that's worked out. So as we come upstairs, we've moved a few walls. So this was another bathroom here, and as you can see, there was actually a door set back here, and it just didn't work. So we've ripped all that out, and we're going to then obviously put a nice bath in there, basin unit, and pull the door forward here, so we'll make a nice big bathroom, get the natural light in from the windows, and create a much better room there. Another bedroom here. This is obviously where we're going to change things a bit. This was initially the upstairs lounge, and we're going to actually turn this into a kitchen and a kitchen and a living space. So we're going to have a kitchen against the wall here, and then a living space down here, and then upstairs in the dormer rooms. We've got two good sized rooms up here, and they should both make very good bedrooms. They're quite spacious, and a few things we need to change, and one is the skylights. So you can see here, they're just not big enough. So we need to change the skylights, and same in this room as well. But as you can see, nice big rooms, and they should turn into 5 really nice HMO rooms. We've got all the wiring in, we're ready to go. We just need the plaster in, we need the stud walls putting in, and then we'll get cracked on. Furniture's already ordered, so we're ahead of the game on that. A couple of weeks hopefully, and we'll get it completed. So let's take a look downstairs, and we'll have a look at the numbers, and I'll show you exactly how BRR works on these type of projects. So we're going to use the wall here. Obviously this is going to get stripped, so why not? I might as well graffiti all over my own house. I'm allowed. I'm going to show you exactly how BRR works. So BRR, great strategy: buy, refurbish, refinance, and then obviously rent it out. The idea is not getting the money stuck, and it allows you to spin one pot of money as many times as you possibly can, and get your money back out so you can go into more property. So this one, working example here, I purchased this house for £95,000 cash. So the only other additional costs on that was the stamp duty. Got my calculator out here so we can quickly whiz through these. So obviously 3% on that, so we've got £28.50 stamp duty. We're going to have solicitors fees, where they'll probably work out about 550 quid for argument's sake, and that is pretty much all we've done to acquire the property. I'll come on to bridging loans in a bit, and we'll have a look at what additional costs that adds on. But for now, let's say we're into this for £96,400. Now I've estimated a refurb of £20,000. So my total cost of this project is £116,400. Now, if the refurb goes over, what I always do with refurbs is I always add on, 10 or 20% depending on how big the project is. So I will actually, when I was doing my calculations on this, I probably costed around a £24,000 refurb. just gives you a bit of leeway, you know, if anything does crop up. Fortunately, in this place so far, we haven't hit too many snags. We're probably going to have to plaster a few more walls than I thought. But apart from that, everything's going to plan and everything seems to be costed up pretty much bang on what we thought before we bought the property, which is crucial. You know, you get your due diligence right, you make money. If you do, you know, bad due diligence, you get your money stuck and therefore you end up in the property for a long time, or your money's stuck in the property and you can't move forward. So if you want to execute BRR properly, you've got to be good with your numbers and you've got to know what you're doing. You know, so we've got this here. I'm hoping for a revaluation of 150,000 once we've turned it around. And what I'll do at this point is I'll get a mortgage on that of 75% loan to value. So we do 75% of the 150,000. We're going to get a mortgage on that of 112,500. So that's what the finance company is going to pay me back. Now, if we factor in the solicitor's fees, we'll probably have another 550 in there, which is obviously going to add on to the cost. So we'll actually only get 112,000 minus the 550 paid out. So we'll get 111,950 pounds paid back out to my bank account. Now, remember here that we invested 116,400, including the refurbishment. So obviously we take 111,950, we minus 116,400, which is 4,450 pounds minus. That's what we've left in the deal. So out of purchasing a 95,000 pound house, doing a refurb, as you can see, it's quite an extensive refurb. It's pretty much back to brick, brand new everything going in. Then we've got 4,450 pounds. If we add the furniture cost on, because obviously we're going to run it as a HMO, let's say 4,000 pounds. For argument's sake, we're into this property for 8,450 pounds. Now, 8,450 pounds, I'm hoping that we can pull about 2,250 gross a month out of this place. So if we go 2,250 and we will minus the, let's just say for argument's sake, including mortgage and bills, let's say for argument's sake it's £1,000. I don't think it'll be as much as that, but let's say it is. We're going to have a net of £1,250 a month, fully rented. So we then divide the 8,450 by our 1,250. It's going to take us 6.7 months, best case scenario, to get all of our money back out of this property. And then I've got a property that sits here with a mortgage of 112,500. That's worth 150,000 pounds. So you can see I've got equity in the property from day one, and within 7 months I'm going to have none of my money in this property. The money I've put in this property will be paid back by the mortgage company initially, and then by the tenants through their rent. And after 7 months, this will positively cash flow me, hopefully £1,250 a month. You know, factoring in a few voids, let's call it £800 or £900 a month for as long as I own this property and run it on this strategy. You know, it's a hugely powerful strategy, BRR, and hopefully you can see there that, you know, you can get good profit out of it and you can get your money back out quickly. I can then use this pot of money to go and buy another one and another one, because a property can only generate so much money. Obviously, I'm super renting this property, i.e. HMO. I class super rent as either HMO or serviced accommodation, because I think that's how you can maximise the rent out of the property. So by doing that, I can get as much money from the property as I possibly can. And we're gonna, but that's all I can get from the property. You know, I'm not going to be able to get any more money out. I can't get £4,000 a month out of the property. There's nothing more I can do to it. You know, so the only way I can make more money, bring more money into my business, is get another unit. I've got to acquire another property to create cash flow. Whether that's a single let, whether that's a serviced accommodation, or whether we get another HMO, it doesn't really matter. I like to keep it diverse, and I tend to run the strategy as diverse as I can. So if I pick up 2 or 3 HMOs, I might use SA as my next strategy, and then I might pick up 2 or 3 of them, and then I might pick up a couple of single lets. That's in an ideal world, doesn't always play out like that. If you were to do bridging loan on this, then what you would do is the 95,000, what we would effectively do is we'd have to put in a 30% deposit. So 28,500 is what I would have to put into the deal cash wise. So instead of the 95 grand, I put the 28,500 in. I'd still have to pay all my fees, 28.50. Now the solicitor's fees, I'd probably have to pay their fees, which is also £900. As you know, you've got to pay the bridging loan solicitor's fees as well. So there's an increase in cost there. And there's normally a setup fee as well. So for argument's sake, I'm going to call it £2,000. Bridging finance isn't cheap, but it's very good if you want to get in and out quickly and get your money and move on. So I use it quite a lot, and at certain times it works really well for us. And you know, but in this case, I had the money in the bank, and I just felt like this was the right time to use the cash purchase on this one. So 2850, let's just add on the additional cost. So I've spent 28,500 in terms of a deposit. I've got my 2850 stamp duty, I've got my 550 plus my £900 solicitor's fee, and let's say we've got £2,000 set fee for the bridging loan. So we'll quickly total all that up. We've got 2850 plus 2850 plus 550 plus 900 plus £2,000 is 34,800. If I was doing this on a bridging loan, that's what would come out of my bank account. Now we've still got the same expenditure in terms of refurb costs, so we add 20 grand onto that. So our total borrowing or our total outlay out of my bank account would be 54,800. Now we're still obviously going to get the revaluation at 150. That plays out exactly the same. So we get 112,500 back from the lender. That's all exactly the same. What we're going to do is settle off the bridging loan first. So we took out 95,000 and we took out a 70% bridging loan. You typically have to put 30% deposits into bridging loans as opposed to 25% on mortgages. So we borrowed 66,500. So first and foremost, from the 112,500 minus 66,500, we've got to pay the bridging loan back. So we pay the bridging loan back first out of that, and then we're left with £46,000. £46,000 into my bank account. Now you remember down here I spent 54,800. That was before furniture. So we 54,800 minus the 46 grand that we've got sat in the bank account after we've paid the bridging loan back is 8,800, and then obviously we've got our £4,000 furniture, so we're at £12,800 left in the deal. We divide that by our net cash flow of 1,250. It's going to be 7 or so months, 7-8 months before we get all that money. Before we get all, oh, is that right? 8,800. I missed off the furniture there. Plus 4 grand divided by 1250. Calculator's playing up here. 1250. Yeah, 10.24 months. I knew that didn't look right. 10.24 months to get that money back out of the property again. We've still got a 75% mortgage on it, so we've still got the same equity in the property. It's going to take me slightly longer to get the money back out, but I might be happy for 12 grand to sort of drip out of this property in the next 10 months. 10 months will fly by, absolutely, and then I've got a property here that's going to net cash flow me for life. So that's how you really execute BRR. You need to find places like this and you can make great cash flow for them. If you want to learn how to do this, make sure you hit the notification bell so you subscribe to the channel and get videos like this all the time. If you want to take your game to the next level, hit me up on nextlevelpropertyinvesting.com and schedule a call. Drop a comment below and let me know what other videos you want and I'll shoot them for you. Have an awesome day. Take care.